Hi everyone, this is Cheryl with A Maker's Life, and I'm so happy to be back, and I'm happy to have you visiting with me. I'm just going to say right at the beginning, if you like this channel or you like this video, like it, press the little like button, a thumbs up, and subscribe, and I'd really appreciate it. That way it helps move my channel up, and I'm able to put more content out. And so anyway, thought I'd share with you this week a little catching up to do. My eye has still got a little bit of haziness in it, but I'll tell you about that later. I had a great visit with my older sister. She was here for like 10 days. She was here a few days before the Acorns retreat and then a week after. Anyway, we had such a good time. We stitched together, we shopped together, we laughed a whole lot, and it was great. It was fun taking her to Acorns and going on the retreat together. She'd never done anything like that, and I was so worried. She's super shy, so I was worried she'd be overwhelmed and just want to go up to her room, but nope, she was right in there with the best of us. So it was just fun to see her moving around, and with all these people she didn't know. And anyway, so I had a little bit of an issue because I decided that I needed to look cute for the weekend, and so I wore makeup, which you all know I typically don't wear makeup because I'm allergic to it. And I haven't worn it in so long, it totally left my brain that if I wear it longer than a couple hours, I'll wear it, like when I go to church on Sunday, I'll put a little bit of foundation on, mascara. But if I wear it more than a couple hours and it gets in my eye, it causes havoc. So I had an allergic reaction, which is why I wasn't able to do a video last week about the Stitch Summit. Oh my gosh, it was so swollen. It was like swollen shut, and it was just, you don't want me to explain it all, but it was a mess. And I went into the doctor I had gone into the eye doctor for my annual checkup. I have macular degeneration in this eye, and so I have like this little dot that I see all the time, and so they're always checking on it. And it hasn't changed, hasn't gotten any worse, hasn't gotten any better. But anyway, after I got home, I went to emergency for my eye, or not emergency, urgent care for my eye, because I had like a little fever, and like really low grade fever, and it was like throbbing. I thought maybe I got an infection, you know. And the doctor said, "Oh, you had this eye infection when you went in for your checkup." And I went, "I did?" She never told me that. So I guess I did. I guess I had the beginning of it. But anyway, I was telling him, I know. He goes, "Oh, it looks like you had an allergic reaction on top of the infection," which was the problem. And he goes, "What are you allergic to? Let me look in your records." I said, "I'll just tell you, I'm allergic to makeup, and I needed to put some on because I was with all these women and I wanted to look cute." And he was so sweet. He said, "You look cute already." But that's the last I wear makeup and try to look cute for a longer period of time than a couple hours. So yeah, that was quite it's still not fully healed, but it's like 95% better. I have like this haze in my eye that anyway, from the infection, so it's clearing up. The other thing we did when we got home was Ed had his second cancer surgery. This is just basal cell carcinoma, which was on the side of his face. And it was easy peasy surgery, they said. And so in we went, and they told us, well, we book out all day, but it'll probably only be a couple hours because they look like they're pretty easy to get. 8 hours later, I'm like, okay, what's going on? Ed was able to come and go because they were doing something called the Mohs surgery. So they scrape and then they look, they run tests on it and look, make sure all the edges are clean, and they keep taking it down until all the edges are clean from cancer. So he, at the beginning, the doctor said, oh, it'll probably be like a nickel size. By the time he was done and Ed comes out, he's got a 5-inch stitched line on the side of his face. And the doctor said the problem was that the carcinoma had a nerve that it followed. And when it follows the nerve, it's more aggressive. It goes faster. So they wanted him to follow up with oncology radiation, and that's what we're going to do. It may make my timeline a little different for filming according to when we can get in, because we want to make sure and get in when they have the appointment. They called already. They were supposed to call today. They called today, set up the appointment for next week. So it looks like we're on the road. So they still say they got everything, and the radiation is just going to be caution, make sure that nothing else was in there that they couldn't see. He had given it to a couple other doctors to look at, and they all said, looks good to them, but they felt like radiation was a good addition to the surgery. So, okay, what was supposed to be such an easy surgery, now he has to go get radiation. So we'll see. We'll see how the fall goes. But, we have faith that the doctor's got everything, and we're just going to move forward. So anyway, that has been, and besides all the preserving I've been doing, which I have to figure out. I figured out, thanks to one of the viewers, how to get the camera up higher and be able to cook and show you. I still don't think great, but I'm learning. But to take you out in the garden is still a little hard. So hopefully over the winter, because we don't get out much in the winter time to garden. I do a little bit in the backyard, but hopefully that'll give me time to figure out how to really set up a camera system to be able to take you outside with me. I know I have a gimbal, but it's heavy, so I've got to figure out a lighter one. And anyway, so just working on preserving. I've got a lot of preserving going on. I am going to show you next time the chickens. The chickens literally are laying between 20 and 24 eggs a day. So Ed wanted white chickens, because the certain kind of white chicken, because they lay eggs every day. I tend to like the cute colored chicken eggs. So not that the white ones aren't cute, but I like a variety, and they typically don't lay every day. So we're getting 20 to 24 eggs a day. We share with our neighbors. They all pay for feed, and we take care of them. And so they get 6 dozen eggs for their 2 kids and them. And they get 2 dozen eggs. And then Simona gets 1 dozen eggs. Really, when you sit and figure it out, we have more eggs than we need. So I'm going to water glass some, and I'll show you how I do that next week. And so that'll be fun. I think I showed you how I hard boiled them in the Instapot. Tell me if I did or didn't. If I didn't, I'll show you that. So anyway, it's just a lot of preserving, and next week we have Ed's appointment with the oncology radiation doctor on Tuesday, I think it is. And then we're going to start cleaning up the gardens after that. So anyway, that's what we've been working on around here. Still trying to sell the RV, a little slower time to sell it now. But anyway, everything's going great. So let's talk about the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. Say that 5 times real fast. It was amazing. I mean, I was trying to think of a word other than amazing. Fantastic. It was wonderful. Oh my gosh, there's no way to explain. I don't know how Janine one-ups herself every year, but she sure does. And we had a great time. The guest designers were Gigi of the Artsy Housewife and Krista of Avlia. And I knew Gigi of the Artsy Housewife because she sat with us last year at the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. And so we got to know her then. But Krista West, I didn't know at all. I didn't really know her designs. I was introduced to I think it was last year when they announced that she was going to be one of the guest designers. And she did not, she was just incredible. And I got some time to talk to her about, she's an educator. She's a sewing instructor, fashion designer, seamstress, educator. And so I was able to talk to her for a long time because we both have similar passions of the next generation. How do we pass this on to the next generation? So I got her number, and hopefully we'll be able to connect up again sometime and be able to chat about it. But both her and Gigi were incredible. Gigi moved to our area, so I'm really excited that she's gonna hopefully be a part of our Mountain Stitchers. So that'll be fun, but it was incredible. It was incredible. So the designs that they gave us. So Gigi had a cute little bag, and come here. There's so much stuff on this table from the Stitch Summit that I have to stretch. So the first design was Brambling Hill. Look at that. I mean, and the pictures don't do it justice. It's beautiful. She is like a master at borders. It's amazing how beautiful her borders are. I heard through the grapevine that she's possibly going to do a pattern with just her borders. So that would be really fun. Not only did she give us that, and this one, the design is, if you stitch it on 36 count, it's 8 by 7. She also gave us, this is called By Moonlight, which is part of the design. And it's a smaller one, so if it was on 36 count, it'd be 5 by 5. So she gave us all of the week's dye works, which look at those luscious colors. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And of course the fabric, which I was trying to look and see. I'm guessing it's the called for. And so that would be 36 count gray by Weeks Dye Works, if that's what this is, which I'm assuming that's what it is. It wasn't written on it. But it doesn't look gray. There's gray probably in it, but it's definitely more of a beige. So that was from the Artsy Housewife. And then from Krista, she gave us this bag. And then the design, she said you can color it. She had hers colored and ironed. So that was fun to do. Well, clearly I didn't do it, but that would be fun to do. And then she gave us 2 designs as well. The first one she gave us was, not that one. This is the Byzantine Rose. Wait a minute. Where's the big picture? Well, I don't see the big picture, but this is Byzantine Rose. And the big picture has stitching on it, so I can't show you that one. And of course she gave us all of the floss, which it's mainly black and red, so it's beautiful. And she gave us the fabric. And so the floss is DMC, and the fabric is 30 count European linen in Ashwood. So it looked, I mean, it's different than what I've ever seen before, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful linen. And then she also gave us a second, where did I put it? She gave us a second chart, which I started. So this one is called Little Leaves. If I had my glasses on, it would really help, but they're next door and I don't want to go get them. The Little Leaves Bit Kit. So it's, oops, right there. Avlia Folk Art is what it's called, folk embroidery. And I'm guessing this is on McKinney and Ivory. I don't know who that is. It's DMC floss. Anyway, that's as far as I got on it. But it's a small one. It's it ends up being 7 by 4. But anyway, really cute. All the floss, gave us all the floss for that one as well. So anyway, those were the charts. Beautiful. I was so excited to get them. I decided while I was there, even though I did start the Avlia one, I was gonna just work on a big one that I could, you know, just stitch away at, easy. So I picked out Lila Studio Autumn is as Joyful, which I've always loved this one. And I'm stitching it on 40 count platinum by Newcastle. So anyway, easy, I thought. Easy, I told myself. Well, I had the whole corner piece stitched and I had to rip it all out. And I restarted it and then I realized, why is this wrong? It's because I started the pattern in the middle, on my iPad I started in the middle, but for some reason I decided I needed to put it up in the corner. So I have to rip it all out again. That's why I should not start anything new when I'm at a retreat, because I literally can't, I'm talking and I can't, like I'm like so excited to be around a bunch of people that love the same thing I love that I never stop talking. So next time I think I'm just not going to stitch. I think I'm just going to talk. No, that'll never happen. Anyway, so those were the giveaways from the designers, but the giveaways from the other attendees were amazing. So I'll show you just a few of them. One of them, my friend Beth, I know that Anna Stitch Roadies already talked about this, but Beth, our friend who makes the best scones, her and her husband ever, gave us this cute frame picture of us, and literally Beth couldn't have gotten a better shot of us, because that is who we are. We're always trying to figure something out on the iPad or in a cross stitch pattern. So that's a perfect picture of us. And then our friend, I believe it was Mar who did these. I don't totally remember. But look at this cute tray. And if it's not Mar, please tell me if I got the wrong person. There were so many people I was just saying thank you all the time. But isn't that beautiful? It's a tray for, let's see, it's a tray, you know, just put your stuff in when you're stitching. So pretty. And then my friend Skeet gave us these scissors. Look at that. Look how, oh, look at there. How perfect. Look at those scissors, so nice. It's like I don't want to use these, or maybe I need to leave them by my bed. They're so pretty. Anyway, I mean, so much stuff. There's a new thread designer, oh, I thought it was Pirate Robin, but it says Pirate Plus Robin. Well, I think it's Pirate Robin. Anyway, these are her new flosses. They gave us 3 of these. And then someone gave me the, Linda, aka Van Mom. She made this design and gave that to us. And then we got thread beds and Sharpie. Look at this. My friend Julie makes these every retreat we go to. One of these days, I keep telling her I'm going to make sashes or something like that. I got to do that because I got a bunch of those to stitch on. This was from Emily Arnold, and she is, oh my gosh, where are my glasses? I want to say it's Veterans for Uncommon Heroes. And she made a bunch of these. This is her card. Oh, wait, put my face behind it. This is her card. And she made a bunch of these really cute bracelets. Look at this. This is a really cute little bling, bag bling. I mean, so much. I have so much stuff. Let's see, my friend Anna made these cute coasters for us, and I did the bees, so it reminded me of her. And my friend Margaret made these cute pin cushions. I mean, so many of these. I love these. Somebody was, and we were squeaking them. And then somebody else made a little froggy. And then they got even smaller. Look at this. I could barely even hold it. Oh, can you see it? It's a little swan, if you can't quite see it. Anyway, so many beautiful things. Thank you so much, everybody. And then I kept throwing them inside this. This was one of our make and takes. So Janine is known for her really intricate make and takes. And that's one of them. You know, it's the snap. That was our making, putting the snaps on. So thank you. I mean, there were floss drops and needles and so many wonderful things. People were just so generous. It was beyond. There was too much stuff. I was overwhelmed. And then on top of that, there was the giveaway table. And the giveaway table this year, wowee, is all I can say. So first off, my friend, if you have watched me for any length of time, even when I was with my sister on Stitching with the Sisterlies, I was making a flannel quilt that I'm going to use my Sashiko machine to sew on. But I needed some more of my flannel and to do the border because I wanted to do a scrappy border. But everywhere is sold out that I've looked on. And when I looked for the flannel on Etsy, it was really expensive. So my friend Laura goes to our Thursday stitch groups at Acorns and Threads, she walked over and she said, "Does anybody want this flannel?" It's the exact flannel I was using and needed to finish that quilt. So thank you so much. I grabbed it, said yes, I want it. But then the table had so many beautiful things on it. I'm like, I don't need anything else, but you know, I had to get it. Look at this quilt. This is the Vintage Spool, and it's called Enchanted Autumn. And I would take it out of the plastic, but wait, there was a reason why I wasn't. Oh, maybe it was just because I was lazy. So, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I'm hoping I get time to make that someday. And then patterns just would start appearing at my table, at my spot when I would get up and talk to people, and I'm assuming it was Anna or my sister. So there was this one, Mini Block Fishing, and then Joy to the World. Isn't that cute? Somebody knows me really well. Okay, this had to be Anna and it had to be funny, but I like it. I think it's beautiful. Has a lot of fancy stitches, but we'll see. I mean, there are so many. Do you really want to see them all? This is Mary Rundle sampler. Let It Snow by Lottie Da. This had to be for my sister because it's My Sister, My Friend by Lizzie Kate. There's Kathy Barrick Hanging the Moon. Look at that. How cute is that? This was for my sister too. Hearts Come Home at Christmas. I know that was from her. I think she bought literally every Christmas stitch there was. This is just an old sampler book. Another Lottie Da Like Home. This one's been loved. And there was Blackbird Designs Noel. I found this one myself. A Garden's Beauty, Heart and Hand. Look at that. There was Crabapple Hill Pincushion, which I'm very excited to do that one. And this is All Hearts Come Home for Christmas. Look how cute. That'd be a cute pillow. Pretty good size. And then the last ones, this is Down Home Country Christmas. This is a flannel, but it's a book of all different quilts, applique quilts. Looks like probably from the 80s, maybe 90s, but really cute. And then the last one is this cute, it's called Seeds of Friendship by Hands On Design, and this has the fabric, the floss, the fabric and the floss, and it's a little basket. Look how cute that is. Oh boy. Okay, I'll pull it out. Come on. They give you the cardboard and that for the basket too, but isn't that cute? Little squirrels. So anyway, those were all the freebies that I got. And then of course I did a little shopping at Acorns, which it stopped recording. So where was I? This is clearly going to be a long video. Oh yeah, the things that I got at the store. So I didn't actually get very much. This is Pumpkin Pals by Teresa Kogut. And I thought, when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, where am I going to find a basket like that? Well, it's cross-stitched. So the basket was in there. And then Janine told me I had to get this one because it's my pickleball. Hopefully they'll get my foot figured out so I can start playing again. That one. Then there was Avlia. With Avlia, they always give you the fabric and the floss. So this one is called Arcova Antique. I sounded like I knew what I was talking about, but I'm not really sure. Isn't that pretty? So I got that. And then this was in the, it's not freebie, the sale table. This is the Primitive Hairs Cross Stitch Queen. And this, isn't that cute? Comes with everything you need for it. And last but not least of the patterns, I had to get Heartstring Samplery's Consider the Lilies, because I've been working on His Eye is on the Sparrow, and this is the second one, and she's coming out with the third one, so I think I better get busy on it. But Janine also had this beautiful Fox and Rabbit linen. This is seaweed. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. So that was my haul. That's not so bad. I mean, I had a lot more freebies. So I did good this time. I'm really proud of myself. Every time, like I was telling you, every time I would leave the table, something would, they would have something new sitting at your table by the time you got back. Well, one of the things was, you know, everybody has these lights, right? Well, Tasha, who does the Zoom chat, she has these eyes, and these eyes appeared on my light. So when I would stitch, they had Julie put my glasses on it too at one, I think that was last year. So anyway, that was super cute. So we have a Smalls Exchange. A lot of retreats do that. And so I took part in the Smalls Exchange, and I had done Teresa Kogut's Biscornu, the bee Biscornu. And Lori from Acorns and Threads, she works there, she got it. So I was really happy that she got it. And I got this. This was my exchange. I love it. And it fit us perfectly. Now I have no clue who stitched it. There's no name on it, and I kind of searched around, but nobody fessed up to it. But I love it. And then at the end, very end, the last day, they have an auction. At the beach retreat, it'll be for samples from the store. But this retreat, they do have some samples from the store, and then they have other things that people are able to, like they had stitching stands and they had artwork, and so I really wanted this needlepoint. I have this perfect place in our bedroom we have that old sewing machine that was my mother-in-law's, and I wanted to set it on it. And so I got all my tickets and I put them all in that bag, and there were a lot of people who had tried to bid on this, but I won it. So this was it. Beth Twist said this was hers, and she had purchased it at an estate sale or antique store. I can't remember which one. Oh, it goes like this. But she was gonna take it out of the frame and do something with it, but I just love it sitting on my next to my sewing machine upstairs. It's beautiful. So the auction, all of the money went to the charity World Central Kitchen. So that was exciting. You felt like your money was really going somewhere worth it, making sure that people of the world have meals to eat, which is important. So anyway, that was the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. The Acorns 30-year anniversary is next year, so we have a beach retreat. Well, we have Acorn Gatherings, I believe, is in January, and the beach retreat is in April. But you can go to their website and see all of the things they have planned. They have so much planned. It's going to be great. Next year's designer, I'm not sure if were there 2 designers? Well, I know for sure it's Plum Street. So, oh boy, maybe I'm not for sure. Go to their website, Acorns and Threads, and if you can make the 30-year anniversary, because it's going to be epic. I'm already looking forward to it. It's a year away. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to go over the Stitch Summit things. I know a lot of people have already posted, but I just wanted to show off my things. And I'll add at the end, my camera was having issues for some reason, so I got some photos and videos, and I'll add those at the end. But I'm not sure what my schedule's going to be until I find out, or for filming, until I find out next week what Ed's schedule is going to be for surgery. So it may be different, and I'll keep you posted on that. Otherwise, next week we're just working on garden cleanup and getting his radiation appointment set up. So until next week, you guys enjoy stitching. The weather's getting cooler. Thank you. And we'll see you later. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless. Bye. P.S. I forgot to show you what I've been stitching on. So this is Heart and Hands Doodles Maker. And my friend Lori? Oh my gosh, it just left my brain. Anyway, she lent this to me, and I'm doing it on 36 count even weave. I'm not sure which one. But anyway, that's it. I got it all finished. Now I gotta fully finish it. That's gonna go up here in the cottage. And then I've been working on my gobble from Plum Street Samplers. And this is stitched on 40 count Newcastle linen light mocha. And this is where I'm at in this. Coming along. This will be done before Thanksgiving, probably before Halloween. So now I'm really going to say goodbye.
Brambling Hill is, can y'all see that out there? Yeah. So, okay, camera here.
Yes.
There you go. So this is this Brambling Hill.
Wow.
And so now I have another one.
Just why not have 2?
That's what I do. I make patterns. And by moonlight is a little one. So I was like, I'm in. So I think a lot of you who follow me on FlossTube and stuff know that I was in Greece this last year to do a research trip. I'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow. But I was in 6 different cities to study folk costume and folk embroidery of the last 200 years in Greece. And it was a really amazing trip. It was my first trip to Greece that was purely focused on embroidery research. So it was really amazing. I was there for 3 weeks. And one of the places that I went to that just completely captured my creative imagination and just my heart was Arakova, Greece. It's up in the mountains. If you've ever seen those photos of little villages in Greece with the red roofs that are built into the side of the mountain, that's Arakova. And Arakova is a very cold area. It's right near Mount Olympus. And so you get like all these tour buses going through. But the little village is really cute. And it's very charming and very, very, very Greek in the mountains. It's very cool. But one of the things that they have there is they have very dedicated textile traditions, both woven rugs and a very specific type of folk embroidery. For those of you who know my Iris's paint box design, that's an Arakova design. And I was in the folk costume museum and I was looking around and they had these old patterns that were hand sketched patterns. And they were just snippets of patterns. And so I took one of those and I designed you, from one of those snippets, I designed you Arakova Antique.
Wow.
So Arakova Antique is on traditional ground cloth because that is the fabric that's used for folk costume from Arakova and many parts of Greece. It is stitched with DMC and it is actually part of the original tile design, and then I added this little red border here is used on many folk costumes. So it's a little bit of a melange of things from Arakova. And you know me, a lot of backstitching. So there's backstitching, but I tried to do it in such a way that you could either make the full piece and you can either display it as a table runner or as a wall hanging. You can go either way. There's also enough fabric. I actually left you a pretty big amount around. And then you can also even use the smaller parts, like for a smaller project if you prefer to do it that way. That's the first design, Arakova Antique. And then the second one is a little tiny design that I was all getting ready to tell you. I thought it was Ukrainian, but it turns out I've now seen it in 3 other countries. So it's not just Ukrainian. Like much folk embroidery, it's something that's gone all around. But it is a design. It's Bit Kit Little Leaves. For those of you who know my Bit Kits, my little table runners. This is on the 30 count Mikini. I wanted the project to give you a taste of folk fabrics, so that's why we use these two. These are the 2 most popular folk fabrics in Greece. And we did a more fall palette so that our palettes would coordinate. We coordinated on palettes. And this is a design that is traditionally done in red and black, and I did it in an autumnal colorway. So this is the Bit Kit Little Leaves. And if you've never worked on Mikini, it's a lot of fun. It's 30 count. So there you go.